Hello, the subject is marketing management and the topic is buyer customer. We keep on listening and hearing so many synonyms and words in marketing management, that is buyer, seller, buyer, customer, buyer, consumer, buyer, purchaser, and what does all these words mean? And all these words bring in similar kind of meaning and function and relation in marketing. But yet they have little kind of difference, little kind of farness in their meaning and in their relation and in their function and in their being as well. So let us see what is a buyer and what is a customer and what they both mean to this company or organization and how marketing has to deal with this too in the process of marketing. First, let us see what is the meaning of buyer. A buyer or merchandiser is a person who purchases finished goods typically for resale for a firm, government, or organization. In product management, the buyer is the entity that decides to obtain the product. So it clearly shows that this meaning of buyer, that buyer is not the consumer. Buyer is a person or a company or an organization just purchases the good just to transfer it to another individual or an organization. Buyer itself says that he is not the one who is going to consume that particular product which is bought by him. Buyer sometimes decides what has to be bought, which product has to be bought to be sold. His decisions will be based on what products are demanded more in the market, what products are sold more in the market. His decisions will be based on this. If he is a flow manager in a store, if he is a buyer or purchase manager in a company. Hence, buyer is also known as merchandiser. He can be either a person or a company itself. Now, this buyer should have some kind of skills within him to buy. The buyer is not just a job of him, it is the application of the skills that are inherent and learnt by him as time and experience that he gains in the process of buying. The main skills needed by a buyer include the following. Let us see what are those one by one. He should be having the skill of purchasing, inventory and distribution management skill. This buyer should know at what price he should buy. He should know when to buy. He should know from where to buy, and he should at the same time know how much should be purchased, because this will have a direct impact on how much should be stored and how much should be sold, which will speak of the inventory and warehousing. If this inventory and warehousing is not managed well, the marketing can fail. The management will loop up with problems. Hence, this skill will help the buyer to be more precise and in the path towards gaining profit in the company. He should have the knowledge of the relevant product sector. Whichever products that he intends to buy, he should know in that particular sector who is the best and who is known for their worst. He should have complete set of knowledge related to that particular product and that particular product sector. If not, his purchase will go in vain. The buyer should have managerial abilities and concerning budgeting, forecasting, and cost control skills. He should have the art of management. By budgeting, forecasting, and cost control skills clearly says that he should purchase goods or products for lower price and he should be able to sell them for a higher price in the market, bringing in a better margin or a bigger margin for the company's financials, for which this buyer should have skills in negotiation and ability to close business transactions. Any call of sale that comes to him, he should be able to make it a successful one. He should be known for closing these business calls or sales calls. If the buyer is not of that caliber, then the business would toss up to loss. Hence, every store or business should have a buyer who is of this caliber, who has better skill in negotiation and business closing or sales closing techniques. He should also have knowledge of administrative procedures relating to purchase orders. He should know while placing orders and while buying the goods or services, he should know what is the first step and what is the last step to be followed by him to have free flow of business without any legal complications. He should know how much tax to be paid and he must know what are the fees that are relating to that particular transaction that has to be cleared before and after the purchase. And he should have knowledge of regulations concerning commercial transactions. He should know what are the goods and products that can be transacted commercially, and he should know all the details of tax liabilities of that particular transaction and of that commercial activity. For this particular purpose, he should also have the ability to use principal IT programs and management software applications, because no more paperwork will help anybody to move forward in an easy way. He should have this kind of skill and knowledge. Along with that, he should have the skill of analytics, where he should be able to analyze and draw information from the data that is already in his hands or which is available. Hence, these are the skills required by the buyer. He has to perform the following duties. As the skills he has ingrained in him and the skills are apt to perform certain duties, and the duties are as following: planning the purchasing of goods and raw materials based on company supply chain requirements. Whatever the company requires, the buyer should be ready to buy. Scouting and qualification of best suppliers in terms of quality cost ratio. He should know where what exactly is available the best for the company. Negotiating economic and contractual conditions, that is time, cost, quantities, delivery terms, etc. Managing purchases and inputting orders and details using management software. No more paperwork will help. He should be able to keep all the data in his fingertip, either on the softwares or on systems. Monitoring deliveries and stock levels. He should know how much is in stock and how much has gone out of stock. Inventory management is a basic performance that is required from buyer. Producing reports on purchasing department activities. He should have all the reports relating to the purchasing of the marketing department. Analyze market trends. He should know when the prices will go high and when the prices will tend to fall down. And this trend, if he knows, he can have better bargain and cost effectiveness in purchasing of goods and requirements for the company. And evaluating purchase and introduction of new items is always supposed to be done by buyer. You see, what are the types of buyer? We have individual buyer. This is typically an individual with substantial financial resources and with the type of background or experience necessary for leading a particular operation. The individual buyer usually seeks a business that is financially healthy, indicating a sound return on the investment of both money and time. Second, we have strategic buyer. This buyer is almost always a company with a specific goal in mind: entry into new markets, increasing market share, gaining new technology, or eliminating some element of competition. This kind of strategic buyers are very dangerous for the market, but they tend to enter in a strategical way like the militant does. The next type we have synergistic buyer. The synergistic category of buyer, like the strategic type, is usually a company. Synergy means that the joining of two companies will produce more or be worth more than just the sum of their parts. They have better benefits in being together than being separate. The next type is industry buyer, sometimes known as the buyer of the last resort. This type is often a competitor or highly similar operation. This buyer already knows the industry well and therefore does not want to pay for the expertise and knowledge of the seller. Next, we have financial buyer. Most in evidence of all the buyer types, financial buyers are influenced by a demonstrated return on investment. They focus on the finance coupled with their ability to get financing on as large as possible on as large a portion of the purchase price as possible. Almost all the purchases of smaller businesses fall into the individual buyer category, but most buyers are mentioned above actually fit into more than just one category. You might find in all these types of buyers in one person itself, and sometimes these types of buyers might vary in few buyers' qualities and their behaviors. These buyers and these types of buyers will benefit as the company employs them in the required situations and marketing areas and the problems that marketing department is facing in the concept of buyer and customer. Next we'll see the meaning of customer. A customer is a person or company that receives, consumes or buys a product or service and can choose between different goods and suppliers. The main goal of all commercial enterprises is to attract customers or clients and make them purchase what they have on sale. This is being the one of the primary goal of all the marketing or commercial enterprises. They also try to encourage them to keep coming back. At the core of marketing is having a good understanding of what the customer needs and values. A customer is an individual or business that purchases another company's goods or service. Customers are important because they drive revenues. Without them, businesses cannot continue to exist. All businesses compete with other companies to attract customers, either by aggressively advertising their products, by lowering prices to expand their customer bases, or developing unique products and experiences that customers love. Think Apple, Tesla, Google, or any other well known company that is striving hard to better themselves and better the world as possible. Then, what is the features of customers? The following are the features of customers. You'll see what they are one by one. It's with few examples so that you can understand better. Customer reigns supreme. We say that customers are the king of market. Customer is the king of market. They control the experience they want. They research, explore and share. Hence they are known as the kings of market. Customers reign supreme. They have supremacy over the market. Second, we have customers are always connected, which the company ignores a lot. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on any internet enabled device. 77% of Americans own smartphone today, and not 77 now. It is almost 10% of the population is connected throughout the world through mobile. Yes. Customers expect personal interactions. Customers believe brands could deliver more consistent experiences. More than the products, customers believe that brand will help them better. Customers compare and compare and compare. They look at products they are interested in across multiple channels and devices, and it's likely any brand owned channels are the last place they look. Customers trust word of mouth over brands. Most of the times, if somebody is recommending a product or a service, it is sold better. Customers think in terms of I want it now. They expect to be able to get everything right away. They want things in real time. Customers are highly opinionated. They are always depending on others' opinion. They are ready to talk to anyone about a good or bad experience. Customers are more likely to recommend a brand after they have had a positive interaction with them, which companies should always remember. Let us see now what are the categories of customers. We have four varied types of customers. One is B2C, second is B2B, third is C2B, fourth is C2C. B2C stands for business to customer. Business to customer here. For example, when you buy a coffee at a stall at the train station, it is B2C, business to customer. B2B, the term stands for business to business. For example, when the coffee stand owner buys coffee from a supplier, both of them are businesses, hence B2B, business to business. Next we have C2B, stands for customer to business. For example, when you sell gold ring to a pawnbroker or jewelry stores like who pawn on your jewels. Here it is from the customer to the business. And C2C, customer to customer. For example, when you want to sell your car privately to another person, you have eBay, you have OLX, etc., which is customer to customer being connected for business purpose. So these are the customer categories that are present and which is running successfully throughout the years in the modern marketing era. So hence we have discussed extensively over the topic buyer customer. Thanks for listening.